Good evening.
Can we start down the front, please?
Yeah.
Buonasera Antonio.
Buonasera.
Good evening. First and foremost, I hope you continue to feel better. That's the most important thing. I'd just like you to talk about the game a little bit and talk about how disappointed you are that Tottenham hasn't got through. I'd like you to talk about the game and talk about Tottenham's disappointment at not going through to the quarter-final. Well, I think that both of the games were pretty even. First leg and second leg, I mean, just to look at the data, that suggests that it was quite even. Perhaps in the San Siro, we both had teams, both had players missing, top players missing. And since Milan had more players missing, perhaps we should have made most of that opportunity. Over the last few weeks or so, lots of important players have returned for Milan, including their goalkeeper, of course. And, you know, that's really important, I think, to have your best players back. I think that particularly when, you know, you're pressing, having an opposition that is able to get out of the pressing quite well, quite ably. You know, Giroud defends the ball, Leao and then Leao attacks the space, and they get you straight away 50 metres up the pitch. You've got all of that space beyond you, and that makes you a tough opponent. But I think that over the course of the two games, obviously we continue to have some major absentees from our team, but I think that the real difference was how dangerous we were compared to how dangerous they were when they were attacking. They were more dangerous than us on the attack, I think. And as such, they have players like Theo Hernandez, Leao, Giroud, who create real issues for a defence, for an opposition. And I think that offensively, as it were, as a team, then we perhaps didn't create a great deal compared to what we ought to have created, certainly in terms of disappointment in failing to get through to the quarterfinals. Then obviously we are disappointed. You'd expect us to be, wouldn't you? I think we have made a step forward compared to last season. Last season, we ended up playing in the Conference League, if you remember, and we didn't get out of the group stage, and we lost games away against Mora, Vitesse, Pacos Ferreira, whereas this year we've played in the Champions League. We won our group, and we were knocked out by a team, and we shouldn't forget this, that won Serie A last year. And you know, there's a huge difference between last year and this year. And the difference this year is that Milan beat us in the Champions League, and we haven't won these kind of games for a long time now. And that makes it's almost an abyss. It's a chasm of a difference. We're aware of that, of course. But by the same token, winning the championship or Serie A or any trophy, that isn't something you just do overnight. You need to work hard. You need to enable your players to develop. You have to understand which players are going to be able to develop, which players perhaps aren't going to make the very top level as well. It sounds simple, of course. Milan won the Italian Championship last year. We played really well towards the end of the season. Particularly, we played a wonderful last 10 games, managed to scrape into the top four and qualified for the Champions League. That was what happened to us last season compared to what happened to Milan. And that makes a difference as well. That makes a difference, undoubtedly. Thank you. Welcome back.
What about the plans for the rest of the season, and mainly, clearly, what about your future? Thank you.
No, I think, and for sure, the game against in FA Cup was really bad. Was really bad, and the players know very well that we missed a big chance to continue to stay and to fight for a trophy. And today I think in this type of game, and there is a big difference, the opponent. Today you played against Milan, that last season won the league in Italy. And we are talking about a big team with a big story, with a great team. And I think that we can do comparison about these two defeats. The reality that we are out from FA Cup and now from Champions League. And what I can say you that we are working to try to improve and to go step by step. But if someone think that in one day, today, in 1 year, and you start to win, and it's difficult. I know that to win, you have to build. You need time, and you have to go step by step, to accept also this type of the defeat, this defeat, because Sheffield United, I think, was unacceptable, this type of defeat. But today, for the opponent, for the trophy that we played, I think that I don't like to lose, but can happen during a path to have this type of situation. Especially, I repeat, because last season, don't forget, we played the Conference League, and 2 years ago, Europa League. Now, this season, we are playing again Champions League. But to play Champions League, you know that you have improved your level, because the level is high. In Premier League, it's very difficult because you have, you can see on the table that there are really strong teams that stay in a difficult position. But we have to know that it's not easy. It's not easy. And but at the same time, the only way is to continue to work. I'm really sorry for the fans. I'm really sorry for the fans, but we cannot invent the win. This is important to know this. We cannot invent the win or to hope in one miracle one day that a trophy go into our training ground or into our pitch. We have to build and to have patience. And patience. I understand that for the fans, they don't have patience, because for a long time, Tottenham is not winning. But what I can promise, that we continue to work really hard for this club to try to improve, and then we'll see what happens.
Michael?
About? But about my future, I think that this is not the right day to speak about my future. But my future is not. I have a contract. I have a contract with Tottenham, and then Tottenham know very well that which is my thoughts. And at the end of the season, and then we'll meet, and then we'll make a decision.
Michael. Hi, Antonio. It's been a difficult few months for you personally as well. Is the plan then just to confirm to speak to the chairman, Fabio Paratici, at the end of the season, or would you expect it maybe to speak to Daniel Levy a little bit earlier now, given it's been such a bad week?
No, but I think the situation that is really clear. Okay, the situation and is I think 1 year and 3 months since I started to be the coach of Tottenham, that I always said the same things, that we need to have time and patience, because in this moment we don't have a solid foundation to be competitive, to fight, to win. Okay, in my opinion, and we tried, I repeat, and to work, to understand which are the right players to continue to create a solid foundation, and in the transfer market to try to find the right solution to improve the team. But at the moment, the club knows very well which is my thoughts, and I have a great relationship with my chairman, with Fabio Paratici. But it doesn't mean that I don't tell them which is my vision. You understand? Then I repeat, and we'll see. Now we have to finish the season, and I have a contract until June. I'm happy to work in Tottenham, but you know, and at the end we'll make a decision. Okay, but the club knows very well which is my vision, which are my thoughts about the situation. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to have to leave there, I'm afraid. Thank you.